So I just listened to one of James Van Der Beek's last messages before he transitioned. And it reminded me that sometimes we don't know who we are until all of the adjectives and titles that we apply to ourselves are stripped away. He applied the title actor, husband, father, steward of the land to himself until he started battling with cancer, and then he couldn't do any of those things that gave him value. And he had to sit and meditate with who he is, who he was. And I can honestly say, I didn't know who I was until, I guess, God, the universe stripped away my sources of identity. For those of you who don't know me, don't know my life story, where I've been, what I've done, I ran track for the majority of my life since I was like 12. But I've been running since I was 8, cross country. I love them both. And my goal was to always run and win the Olympics. And I would tell my teammates that I'm not quitting running until God says stop. And then one day that literally happened. I woke up and God said, all right, it's time for you to give me track. And that was the first time I experienced heartbreak. And that was the first time that I experienced an identity crisis like no other. I had no idea who I was for years. I had no idea what my purpose was for years. It was a solid minimum of 5 years. I didn't know who the fuck I was. Didn't know what my purpose was here. Didn't know what I was called to do. And then somewhere along the way, I heard somebody say, your purpose in this moment is just to be, it is to exist. What you choose to do in this moment is your purpose. If that is to eat breakfast, that is to eat breakfast. If that is to sit with your friends, it is to sit with your friends. If it's to speak to the nations in whatever platform that you have, it's to do that. But whatever your purpose is, it's what you're doing in this moment. That's who you are. And in all of it, all of my life, the accumulation of who I am now, it brought me to this. I am worthy. I am Sarai. I am loving. I am beautiful. Sometimes I do things in fear because I don't know what the outcome is going to be, but I know it's all going to be good. I am growth. I am hope. I am a sister. I am a daughter. And I am so much more than that. And you are so much more than that. Keep going. You are so much more.